All right, friends, today is going to be long. It's going to challenge your brains and it's gonna make you stronger. Say, we got this. Okay, so I'm gonna help you with quite a lot of this. Honestly, the best thing for me, like in my heart, is I would love it if you just followed along and really paid as much attention as you could. So instead of just like, oh, cool, Miss Reeves is giving us all the answers, right? Like actually go through it, remind your brain, try to read what I'm doing and be like, oh yeah, I remember this, because you guys can do this. It's just a lot of review that we've done throughout the entire year of second grade. See, that's why it says review. Okay, so the comma, zoop, is used after each item in a series of things, except for the last one. So like in a triple whammy, I like peas, zoop, pie, zoop, and cake. That's a weird series, but you know, in a series. A colon, so here's a comma, zoop. A colon, we've practiced this before, is used to introduce a list or to separate the hour from the minutes when writing time, which guys, you're going to do on your next math section, which is very exciting. A sentence must have a subject and a verb agreement. This means that the subject and the verb must be both singular, which means one, or they must be plural, which means two plus, two or more. So if it's singular, it's like the dog ran, right? One dog and he ran. The plural would be the dogs run. So when you have more than one noun, it changes the verb, okay? And then collective noun describes a group of people or things. Collective nouns are singular nouns. So don't worry, we're gonna go through this. It's okay. Practice. For the paragraph below, put colons, these, and commas, these, in the correct places. Underline the adverbs. So adverbs are words that describe verbs. So remember, a verb is an action word. So we're going to see what words describe the adverbs. They add to the verb. Okay. My family arrived safely at the powwow at 2:30. Okay, there's my first sentence. This is a time, so we're going to separate the hour from the minutes with a colon. My family arrived safely at the powwow at 2:30. It was an interesting event. That looks good. There were dancers, storytellers, and people selling crafts. Oh, that's a bunch of stuff. Dancers, storytellers, and people selling crafts. So we're going to do dancers, zoop, storytellers, zoop, and people selling crafts. So we have a list. Perfect. I saw people making the following items: blankets, baskets, and moccasins. Okay, here's a list again. So we have blankets, zoop, baskets, zoop, and moccasins. And it starts a list. So when it says, I saw people making the following items, here's a colon to say like, and here's a list. Okay. My brother's favorite part was the fry bread. He quickly ate one piece. That's weird. He quickly ate one piece and then brought a second one. I think it should be one guy. Guys, this doesn't make sense. He quickly ate one piece and then bought a second one. When we go next year, I will definitely bring a camera. Okay, so we need to find adverbs. So a verb is an action word. My family arrived safely at the powwow. Arrived is the verb, it's the action. How did they arrive? They arrived safely. So safely describes how they arrived. So safely is an adverb. It was an interesting event. Was is the verb, nothing describes it, okay? There were dancers, storytellers, and people selling crafts. Were, it's just a linking verb. It's fine. I saw people making the following items. Saw. She didn't like see carefully, or there's no adverb for that one. Saw is the, I'm trying to point out the verbs. So basically arrived is a verb, was is a verb, were is a verb, saw is a verb. But the only one that has an adverb is arrived. How did they arrive? They arrived safely. Okay, let's keep going. My brother's favorite part was the fry bread. Was is the verb, nothing describing it. He quickly ate one piece and then bought a second one. Ooh, ate is an action word. How did he eat? He ate quickly. So quickly is, so safely is how describing arrived. Quickly describes ate. He quickly ate one piece and then bought a second one. It doesn't say how he bought it. There's no adverb. When we go next year, I will definitely bring a camera. Bring is the verb. It doesn't say how it'll be brought. So all the circles are the verbs, right? They're the action verbs or linking verbs. Arrive, there's only two adverbs. things that describe the verb. Arrived safely. How did they arrive? They arrived safely. Quickly ate. How did they eat? They ate quickly. Okay, backside. This is where we're working again on verbs, and we're making sure that there's agreeing the subject in the number. So, for example, if there's one subject, like one person, you can say I'm going to go with the ran again. The person runs. Or if there's more, you can say the people ran or are running. So when the number of the subjects change, the verb has to change to match it. They go together. So we is going to the park after school. So if we is more than one, right? Doesn't know how many, but it's definitely more than one. So it's we are going to the park or we is going to the park. Are refers to more than one, is there just one. So for example, you could say like Andrea is going to the park because it's one person, it would be is. But if it's we, it's going to be are because there's more than one. A squirrel blank a type of mammal. So is it a squirrel is only one thing, right? Ooh, there's my bushy-tailed squirrel. Oh gosh, whatever. A squirrel are or a squirrel is. If there's one squirrel, remember are is for more than one, so it's going to be is because that's referring to only one thing. They blank been enjoying the music. They has been enjoying. They have been enjoying. They refers to more than one. So what do you guys think? They have been enjoying or they has been enjoying? Have refers to more than one. You can always try to put in your name, like Miss Reeves has been enjoying. That's only one, and it makes sense to have has there. They refers to more than one. The herd of deer head into the forest, or the herd of deer heads into the forest. The rainforest has many plants and animals. The rainforest have many plants and animals. Max fix the handlebars of his bike. Max fixes the handlebars of his bike. So choose which one that you think is correct. And then write, oh, okay, and that's the end of that one. Ooh, breathe, Miss Reeves. Ooh, good job. You guys are doing wonderfully. I'm so proud of you. Just do your best, okay? Just read through it. Try to think, okay, if it's a herd of deer, right? Is it one deer or is it? That's my deer. That's my deer antlers. A herd would be like a group of deer, a whole bunch of deer. Gosh, Miss Reeves. Those are deers, guys. Then down here, we're going to write two sentences that use adverbs. So an adverb adds to a verb. Remember, a verb is an action word. So I'm going to write down one sentence. You can use it if you want or come up with your own, and then you're going to do the second one. So let me choose a verb. I'm going to choose the verb cough because coughing seems like a very not good thing to do right now, so it can be funny, kind of. I got worried when she coughed loudly. Now, coughed is a verb, it's an action word, right? How did they cough? They cough loudly. So loudly is the adverb. An adverb can tell how the verb does it, when the verb does it, okay? So coughed or loudly describes the cough. You could choose verbs like ran, jumped, sat, whatever you want. Create your own one, but make sure you use an adverb to describe it. Then down at the bottom, you're almost done, guys. Circle the correct word, then identify its part of speech. So it's either going to be an adverb, that's something that describes the verb, or an adjective. An adjective describes a noun. So this is a noun. This is a verb. Okay? So the blank girl studied hard. Okay, quiet or quietly. The quiet girl studied hard. The quietly girl studied hard. Quietly is how you do something, so that doesn't make sense. Quiet girl makes sense. The quiet girl studied hard. Quiet is describing the girl. The girl is a noun. So since it's describing the girl, which is a noun, that means this is an adjective. So I'm going to write adjective because it describes a noun. He worked blank around the house. Busy, busily. He worked busy around the house. He worked busily around the house. Okay. Ly means in a certain way. So he worked busily means the way he worked was busy. Busy does not describe him. Busy does not describe the house. Busy describes how he worked. How did he work? He worked busily. Now, work is an action word, so it's a verb. That means if busily describes the verb, very, very busy, it's an adverb. Okay, you guys are going to do the last two. She worked very hard, hardly on the project. The fast, fastly boy rode his bike home. Circle which word it should be and tell me if it's describing a verb, it should be an adverb. If it's describing a noun, it should be an adjective. You guys got this. You can do it.